All right, guys. Sorry about that. That was my fault. I was in the wrong file. All right, so can everybody hear me okay? Just give me a thumbs up and we'll go ahead and get started here. And again, I apologize. I was talking away in another meeting and didn't realize I was in the wrong one. So we'll go ahead and get started. Now, this meeting tonight's got a lot of information in it about a new update in our system, about some specials that are coming up, and contest information, and some product information. So just make sure that you go ahead and take any notes that you have, save your questions for the end of the meeting, and then I will go ahead and we'll be on the Saponify consultant only page. We'll be posting this on there for people that can't see it, and then we will go ahead and take some questions there, and we're going to get started. So basically, we had a really neat update to our system, and it basically is something that's going to help you guys to be able to promote the bonus buy program and create less work for you. And so if you look at the content page, everybody's main page that your customers land on before they shop, even for events or anything, are going to be right here, and you'll see that there's some content on there that's changed. It says spend $40 and pick an essential oil roll-on for half price, because that's the price of the bonus buy roll-on for the month. It's $9. Once you pick out $40 worth of merchandise, go to the essential oils, then go to roll-ons, and then use the button that says use 50% off on one item. They'll be able to pick that item themselves, goes right into their cart. I'm going to show you how that works. It's kind of neat. So they're able to buy it themselves and pick it out themselves without you having to put it in for them. And what's neat about it is you're going to be able to tell them at the main page just to go ahead and read the content there. It tells them step by step how to do it. And so that process now becomes a little more streamlined and a little easier for you. And so this is a cart order that we set up in here just as a demonstration to show you. As you can see, the subtotal is now at $40, which means that they qualify for the roll-on bonus buy for the month. And so that is huge because the required amount again is $40 for that bonus buy special. Once they reach that, and it's before tax and shipping, they can choose that item. When they go into the roll-on section, they'll see there's two buttons. The very first button they'll see is the one they want to use, which says use 50% on up to one item. If they use that button, they'll add that item to their cart, and it'll be at half price. If they use the add button, it'll go in at full price. So you have to make sure they understand that. And that's why we spell it out on your main landing page that they have to use 50% on up to one item. So it's imperative that they use that button and not the other. Unfortunately, with the system, there's no way that once they reach that, we can take out the add button. It's just a lot of programming. There's a lot of headaches involved in that. So it makes it very difficult for us to set it up that way. So we were able to add a button to do this process instead of removing it. Because let's say somebody, they say, oh, well, my total order with tax and shipping, because they're not paying attention to it, was 49 bucks. All right, but they didn't hit that subtotal minimum of 40, and they go in here, that button won't show up because they have not met the criteria to receive that product at 50% off. And again, to reiterate, this is what's on your main page. Spend 40 and pick an essential oil roll-on for half price, okay? And so it makes it very simple. Now, this is something that works. As you can see, they got the product picked. We just use the grounded. It's the first one that pops up. And you'll see there that it says $18 price each, but the total price was only $9. And so they got that 50% off. But here's the greatest thing about this, and you guys are going to love, is now you earn PV on the bonus buy at the reduced price. Before, you didn't earn PV on the bonus buy. This is a change that benefits you, and you're going to make more money by promoting the bonus buys. And so it makes more sense. But guess what? In order for a customer to get the bonus buy, they have to spend a minimum of $40. So your ticket sales will increase. They'll no longer be $30 or $25 or whatever. People will want that $18 roll-on for half price, and if they know that they can get it, some people will have events for you and they'll earn the free products. But a lot of customers will just want that free product themselves or that half price product themselves, and knowing that they can get it by just spending $40, which is easy to do with our product lines, is going to be something that benefits you tremendously. You're going to get paid on it now. And so that's kind of awesome. This is available in cart orders. It's available in individual orders. It's available to your event guests and to your event shoppers. Now there is a difference in the way that the event guests will be receiving this benefit versus the shopper, okay? And the difference between those two is an event guest is what you, the consultant, put into the party or event on the back end. A shopper is somebody who can't make it either to your house to have the party at somebody's house or to a live event, but they shop that event through a link. Okay, so that's the difference between the guest and the shopper. Shopper can't make it, the guest is there, or you're putting the information in for them and placing the order for them through an order form. And so here's kind of what an event page looks like. Everybody kind of has a general idea already of what this looks like. If you don't, you need to familiarize yourself with your back office. You can make sure you do understand what this is. We're going to use this one set up here as a test party to show you exactly how this works. This party that we're going to be using is Wanda Miller. Okay. Now Wanda Miller has a shopper, not a guest, a shopper who is placed enough in her subtotal to earn that item at half price, the bonus buy. And so what ends up happening is because the shopper does it, they do the same thing. They have to go into the link for the roll-ons and pick their product and put it in once they receive that, and they will get it at $9. Okay. The bonus buy is only available to them when that requirement is reached, though. So again, if some people call you and they're learning the system and you're explaining it to them, and let's say that they don't pay attention to the subtotal, they just see the total with tax and shipping on it, and it's over $40, that button will not show up. So they will not be able to take advantage of that. They have to get that subtotal to 40, okay? So that's a benefit to you because it raises your ticket sales. And then again, you'll see right there that the button pops up for her, and it shows that that item is available at half price for her. Now listen, the essential oil roll-on is not always going to be the bonus buy. It's always going to be, or potentially could be, something different every month. Sometimes we run a special for 2 months. It just depends on what we have going on. But what's neat about this is that now this takes away a lot of the work that you had to do before, putting the item in and having to pay attention to make sure that the subtotal amount was actually $40. And so you don't have to do that anymore because the system won't let you do it unless it is. All right? And so now this here is the actual back office event where you're going to be placing your orders for guests who have provided you with a order form or have given you the information over the phone or through a live event. And so this customer here, Kristen Yoder, has placed 2 Magi Sabs in her cart. Both are at $30 each because they're the 4-ounce. And that makes her subtotal $60. And so she qualifies for the discounted item, which you see there. Now, the only difference between the two is this. The shoppers are like cart guests. So they go in and have to actually put the product in the cart themselves. But when you're placing the order in your office, when you have guests that you're doing it for them, you're going to be placing it in there for them. As you can see above, Kristen has earned that 50% on one item. And so it's just like a hostess benefit. And so you click on that right there to add it in, and then you pick the roll-on and put it in for them, and it puts it in at half price. And that's kind of how it works. Now, what I did to show you guys something here is, let's say you accidentally put something in there, clicked on it, and tried to put the wrong product in. Well, Kristen Yoder, I tried to put in a Magi for her, and it says is not a valid product for this discount because the only product that's valid for that is the bonus buy, which is the roll-on, and that's the only item that you can use for this. And so you don't have to worry about a customer trying to put something in there that they can't, because they can only put in what's available or what the special is for the month, which makes it nice. And so that just shows you that that it does work, and it only works with a designated product for the month. Okay. Now I went ahead and placed the roll-on in there, and you can see it right there, the grounded, and you can see the total price is only $9 on that for Kristen. And you see right below that it says there's a discount of $9. So that shows you that it's giving that discount automatically in the system, and it takes care of all that for you. And we'll be talking a little bit more about that. But, oops, excuse me. So just to get everybody in the mood, all right, we have our Black Friday special that's going to be coming up. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. It's going to be it's actually the exact same thing that we did last year. So for those of you who were with us last year, you know that our Black Friday special starts at midnight or 12:01 a.m. on Friday and ends at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday as well. And they will receive basically every single item at 25% off. Okay. Now that doesn't apply to items that are currently on sale. So if somebody's going to do the roll-on as an example, and they get that discount, which is 50% off, that overrides this. And so that's something that people will choose one of two things. They'll either take the roll-on at 25% off, or they'll spend $40 and get the subtotal up and get it at 50% off. So that doesn't override the rule. The rule stays in place. So they get the best of the two deals, okay? And listen, November 23rd of 2018 is going to be here before you know it. We're almost all the way through this year, and it's amazing how fast time flies, especially when you're spending as much time, energy, and effort working as hard as you are building your businesses. Time just continually flies by. And so it's kind of amazing how fast these things are right back in our face. And so here's a sale that you can advertise to all your customers for Black Friday. You can start advertising it now. All right, don't be afraid, don't be shy to do it. Don't worry about them. Well, maybe they're going to wait and they won't buy until then. That's not true, because some people won't have the time to go out and do that. They're just going to do it from home that day. So trust me, they may buy things from you now and they may buy things then. Black Friday sale is not valid on event orders. It's only valid on cart and individual orders. That's why I'm telling you to advertise this to your customers. Because if you currently have an event going on, this isn't valid for that. You're not going to get 25% off everything inside of that event. So you want to make sure that people that want to shop your products or shop for things do it in a cart order. You can add your information to the white area at the bottom of that. The flyer will be available in the consultant only area, and we'll also put the flyer in the consultant learning center. And all you guys have to do is just copy and paste your information onto the white area, save it as a JPEG, load it on, and send it out. And you can actually even put links on there directly into your shopping cart. I recommend you just take them right to your website so they can read the information about the roll-on, so they know how to do that by reaching their $40 minimum. And you'll make commission on the discounted price. And to reiterate, event orders are not included in the Black Friday sale. And so it's important to understand that last year when we did our Black Friday sale through Saponify, it was huge. We weren't sure what to expect. Our consultant count, it was half of what it is now. And we were like, okay, well, it's either going to be a really good sale or it's just not going to be a good sale. We weren't really sure. And it was a fantastic sale. We did really, really well. You guys did a great job of promoting it last year to your customers. And I'm sure you're going to do a great job of promoting it this year to your customers, because you want them to take advantage of that 25% off. And guess what? If you have new customers that have never bought something from you, now is the time to get them on there and promote this Black Friday sale for them to try something at a discounted price, and to allow them the opportunity to enjoy products and try it. And guess what? You'll make customers out of them too. So we're going to talk a little bit about our sales and sponsoring contest. This is something that, I don't know if you guys had the ability to see the new newsletter format that came out this month. It's the November newsletter, and it basically covers all of October's information. And while I'm talking about that, I'd like to welcome Jamie Mars and Debbie Eulery. Jamie is from Nebraska, and she was recruited by Rose Shink. And Debbie Eulery is from Florida, and she was recruited by Janet Lenoir. I'm very proud of both of you ladies for sharing this opportunity with them. And I'm excited about Jamie and Debbie being a part of our Stepanify family and taking this opportunity to make some money. But the sales contest is very straightforward, okay? Whoever sells the most, has the most sales in PV gets a $100 bonus, okay? It's that simple. Tax and shipping isn't included in that, so it's strictly on your PV. But remember, now you earn PV on your bonus buys, all right? So let me explain something to you about that. And the reason why that's important is because I reviewed last month's roll-on sales, and there were some of you who didn't have the highest PV in the sales, but had we had this in place then and you earned PV on the half price or on the bonus buys, some of you would have been a little bit higher and would have been a little bit closer in the sales categories there. Now, I will tell you this right now, Peggy Gossman absolutely killed it last month. She had 2,563 PV, and it was absolutely amazing what she did last month. It's actually the highest individual sales of anybody thus far this year, and so I was very excited for her, and it was awesome. And so the contest resets each month. It begins on the 1st and ends on the last day of the month, so you have that time period to get as much PV in as you can to get this $100 bonus. This is just an extra bonus that I do. It is above and beyond the compensation plan. It's not even listed on the compensation plan, and it's actually not even listed in the manual, I believe. So because it's not in there, you know, is something people maybe not are constantly thinking about. But what's also nice about it is remember, when you're trying to earn this, when you hit 1,000 PV, you get $25 as a gift voucher to spend on product. And you can use that for supplies, you can use it for product, you can use it for whatever, and then you can cash and carry that and make money. And the other thing is that will grow, that voucher grows for the PV. So when you hit 2,000 PV, you earn $60 voucher. When you hit 3,000 in PV, you earn $100 in free product or supplies or whatever you choose to use it. And that is amazing. So that's just extra money, and I would appreciate it if you didn't leave it on the table. Somebody is always going to win the sales contest, okay? Somebody will always win that because it's based on PV. But you don't always win the sponsoring contest, okay? And the reason why is because there's a minimum. You have to sponsor 2 consultants for the current period, which is the first of the month to the end of the month, to qualify for the $100 bonus. Then that resets each month. It's not a cumulative thing, so it's monthly. We had last month, we had 2 people sponsor. We had Rose and Janet sponsor. Unfortunately, because they each only sponsored 1 person, nobody earned the $100 bonus. And my least favorite thing to do at the end of the month is not write somebody a check for this. So don't leave money on the table, because guess what? If you're sharing the opportunity with people and you're growing your team and you're doing what you're supposed to do as a leader, you're going to make extra money. They're going to make money, and you're going to get this bonus. And sharing this opportunity with people is phenomenal, because you know what? We're offering you the opportunity to change your life and to give you an opportunity to earn extra money, but we're also helping your customers because we're giving them natural products to take away from the chemically filled products that they're currently using, and they use this stuff every day. And so we want to help people live a healthier life by having better products to choose from that don't have all the chemicals in them. And that's real important to me. So we're going to talk a little bit about some product. New product this month, and a couple things that we're doing. But this month, because we had some requests, is the Purity Foaming Hand Soap. This is a fantastic product. We use it all the time, and we use actually the full Purity line this time of the year especially. And this is something you can promote because it's the season for Purity. It's the season that you want to make sure you have the best antibacterial product in your home, and this will fit that bill easily. And it's great for your whole family. It smells good. Most people don't complain about it. Everybody pretty much loves the way that the Purity smells. And I can't really I can't really argue with people when they say, I love it, it does this, and it's an amazing product because you know what? I agree with them. I make it, but I agree with them because we use it here and we keep ourselves healthy. We diffuse it. We do all of those things this time of the year because all the kids are getting sick in school and you get everybody coming over for Thanksgiving. You want to have these special events where you have everybody gathering, but you're concerned that people will get sick. And so what do? Well, you keep your purity sitting by the sink, you diffuse the purity, and you'll have no problems. We've been doing this for years, and we rarely ever get sick. And so, listen, November is a busy, busy month for everybody. And we know how busy the month is, especially for us because we're manufacturing products like you would not believe right now, preparing for the sales, preparing for Thanksgiving, Black Friday, preparing for the upcoming Christmas shopping season that's going to be hitting in December. And we'll have more news about that that'll be coming out. And a Black Friday sale, remember, is only good for cart and individual orders, so it doesn't work in the event. And remember, this is the time of year that you want to enjoy your family for Thanksgiving and be thankful for all your blessings for your family and your friends. And I'm very blessed that you're all a part of my family with Saponify Naturals. Tracy and I really appreciate all that you do, and we love the fact that you are working hard for this company and you have a vision and a goal and a target of what you want to do with this, whether it's just to help supplement your income or to take away from a full-time job and do this full-time, whatever that may be. We're here to support you, and we want to make sure that we give you all the tools necessary to accomplish your targets and your goals. And that's the one thing that we can guarantee you is that Tracy, myself, and Debbie are here for you to talk to you and answer your questions, to help you along the way, to make sure that you're getting what you need. And that's why we are always evolving. And that's why we are always listening to you to make sure that if you have good ideas, we're going to all talk about that. We're going to see how that works within the fusion of what we do and make sure that it isn't disruptive to our production schedules and try to make sure that we can incorporate a lot of those things into what we're doing so that you guys have the best tools. You know that your company listens to you. You know that we have your best interest at heart, and we want to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to help you and your customers. And so that's what we're about. And that's really, I think, part of the reason why I'm so thankful to have all of you as part of my Saponify family is because number one, none of this works without us being a team and working together and having same or similar common goals. And that's really, really important. So, for me, it's about getting people excited, getting you guys excited about the information that I share with you in these training sessions, getting your customers excited about the information that you learn about from these training sessions, and you'll be able to go out and tell them about the specials and the sales and tell them how easy it is for them to purchase their bonus buys now without having you getting involved in it to do it. I mean, it may be a little bit of a learning curve at the beginning, but once you start training your customers properly and doing that, then I think you're going to see that it's a great way to do this. And plus, now you're also getting PV on your bonus buy. And so, Tracy and I talked about that, and we decided that that's something we wanted to do for you. Uh, no other company does that. No other company out there that exists pays you on your bonus buys. We do. Don't spend too much time thinking about how am I going to do this? How am I going to market? How am I going to do that? You know what? You just have to do it. Spend 10 minutes a day putting your plan together and then execute your strategy, execute your plan, figure out what works for you, figure out what doesn't, and whatever's working for you, duplicate that. Duplicate that process. Don't spend a lot of time trying to reinvent the wheel, trying to figure out what you can do to improve this or improve that. Trust me, if you guys are passionate about what you do, you love what you do, I can guarantee you'll be successful because it takes passion and it takes a love for what you're doing. You got to love the product, you got to love what you're doing. People see that, and then guess what? When you love it, you care about it, and you love the product you're selling, and you're passionate about it, that means you're genuine. Nobody's going to think that you're just trying to sell them something because you love it, because you use it, because you are a part of this company, and you feel that you're linked to what we do. Um, I really do truly believe that people will see you and perceive that, and they'll understand that, you know what? What do I have to lose? These people love what they're doing. I can see the passion in them. I can hear it when they're talking, and I want to be a part of that. And so not only will you just emphasize how great the products are and how well they work for people, but you're also going to be attracting people because you're so passionate and you're just so excited about what you're doing that you may end up getting people into the company and recruiting people into your team just because of your passion and just because of your excitement. Because people want to be surrounded around that. They want to see that on a daily basis. They want to make sure that they know exactly what it is that they're getting. And some more exciting news is we have a video that is being produced for us right now. We've seen the preliminary video. We have a couple of updates to it that we're doing, but it's a shareable advertisement about our company that's going to be coming out very soon. I'd say within the next couple days. We're going to share that to our consultant only page. You guys can pull that, share it right onto your pages. If anybody has questions, send them the video. Let them watch it, and then they can contact the company, or you can tell them they can contact you. However you want to do that, share your contact information with them because it'll direct them to the company, but it doesn't really matter because we'll know how they got to us. And once that comes out, you guys are going to love it. It's really, really cool. And we're going to have more of those videos coming as well. Tracy and I, once we get through this selling season, I've already kind of started pushing some of the product videos that we want to do. We're getting those put together so that we can start bringing you guys more information about the products, more information about the essential oils, more information about all the things that we do, why we make the products, why we make the types of products that we do instead of a lot of the other things that a lot of other companies make, and why we've chosen to do these specific products versus those. It's really important too because because there are people that ask those questions. Well, why don't you make sprays, or why don't you do this? There's reasons why we do things the way that we do. Production is one of them. Timing is another. But I'll tell you, we've had some requests for sample packs. People have been asking about sample packs, being able to have products that they can send out to their customers in small sample sizes to be able to let them try things at a very inexpensive cost to you, the consultant. And so Tracy and I and Debbie talked about it, and we decided that is something we're going to implement. Okay, we're going to be implementing the little packages for you so that you can buy sample sizes of soap, lotions. You buy sample sizes of the salves already in the supply order area, and we'll have these available to you. Then you'll be able to share those with your customers or potential recruits for your sponsoring, and they'll be able to try our product, and then they'll fall in love with it, and guess what? You'll just grow your business from there. And so those are some of the things that we have coming. And I'll tell you, with the newsletter, I wrote in there a little bit about home parties and why they're very important. And I gave you guys 4 key areas and elements in that are very, very important to me. One of those is keeping current, okay? And that's where we're going to make sure that we're giving you guys the tools and the product and things like that to help you stay current. We're not big fad jumpers. A lot of times you'll see fads kind of hop out and they're like, oh, a color changing lip gloss or whatever. That's not who we are. We do not jump on the fad train. We don't believe that those types of things are sustainable. They are very expensive to do and they don't last very long. And so the people that create fads, companies that jump on the fad train, you know what the problem there is that they're always trying to match what somebody else is doing. Okay, they're always trying to be something they're not. And Saponify Naturals, we are who we are. We make our products the way we make them. That's what we do. But we listen to our consultants and we listen to our customers. And if we think your idea for something that you want is something that we think is viable and it makes sense, guess what? We're probably going to do it because it makes sense. And not many companies out there are, they'll say, well, I've had 3 people ask me for that, or I've had 4 people ask me for that. Well, you know what? Like I said, if one person asks me for it and it makes sense in the grand scheme of our production schedule, it makes sense for the consultants, it makes sense for the customers, chances are at some point in time when Tracy, I, and Debbie talk about it, it's going to be implemented. We're going to make sure that you guys have those tools. But staying current is key. The more knowledge that you have gives you the excitement that you need and gives you the tools that you need to make your customers excited and potential candidates that want to come into our company and experience this too. It's going to make them excited. Um, it's a party, all right? It's an event. Have a good one. Make a theme. Theme your event. Make sure that if it's coming up for the holidays, coordinate it with the holiday event. Say we're having a Christmas event, open house, or whatever the case may be. Make sure you're theming them. Have a good time with them too, because the more people that come to these events, where if you may have an open house or whatever, and they have fun at these events, guess what? They're going to want to continue to do that, because being able to go out with your friends and do something that's fun and entertaining and isn't boring or isn't like mundane makes people excited, and it gets them. It creates what I call it's called the hook and loop effect. Basically, they come in, they try the product, they get hooked on the product, and they want to continue to stay current in that and use more products. So they loop into different products within your product brands, and then eventually they come back to the beginning and decide, I think I can do this. I think I want to join. And so that's the fantastic thing about this is the more parties and events you have, the more people you get in front of, and the more excitement and compassion that you have in sharing the events and sharing the opportunity and showing people how great the products are, guess what? That's going to pay off. Testimonials are key. Remembering that women shop based on opinions from other women. And this is key. They did a study on this, several actually. And when you ever go to a store and you see a lady and she's smelling something, you may see another lady walk by and say, oh, that's my favorite perfume. I love the way that smells. And guess what? That lady ends up buying it from just somebody saying, oh, I love the way that smells. So you guys can gain stories from the sales you have, people calling you and saying, boy, I love that soap. That's great. Use that story when you're talking to people, because that's a true experience that you've had selling their products, and people enjoy it and they want to be a part of that, and they want to try it because somebody else is enjoying it and they like it, and so they want to try it for themselves. Same thing with clothes, same thing with purses, same thing with shoes. It just works that way. But the most important key numero uno thing that you can do with anything that you ever do in life is follow up. Follow up is the difference between having an average show and a $500 plus show. Okay, we have a couple girls right now. I don't think that their show averages are less than $500, and it's blowing my mind because they're just excited and having a good time with it. They're doing very, very well, and I'm just really excited at watching you guys all grow your businesses, and I think that it's amazing. And the other thing I can tell you is that in the format that we have now, you'll see on the second page it says basically from the desk of Shane, which truly I write this at my desk, so it is true. We have some things that are coming up here soon, and I'm just going to touch on those really quick. One is our spring training in April. There's a contest for that. You'll be able to come to Amish Country and be a part of that. And you'll see to the left there is our contact information. You'll see above that is our new training schedule. Listen, I am never during the holiday season going to ask anybody to hop on for a training session a couple days after Thanksgiving. It's just not going to happen. I want you spending time with your family and your friends and enjoying that holiday time, not thinking about or worrying about having to work or worrying about learning something. We can always do that. Okay. So you'll see the schedule on there, November 11th, 18th, which today's the 11th, but November 18th. And then we don't get back together again until the 2nd, the 2nd of December, the 9th of December, and then the 16th of December. And then we don't get back together again until January 6th for our next online training. Okay? I want you guys to understand we are a family-first company. We are a family-oriented company. And we truly believe family always comes first. Always. And so don't ever think for any moment that we're going to chastise you or be upset with you because something's going on in your family that needs your time and attention. Because guess what? That's more important. And we're always going to be here for you. We're always going to support you through that. And because guess what? You're part of our family now because you're a Saponify consultant. And that's just how we are. So, I think that's primarily it in relation to the things that are happening. I will say this: last year, we had almost 50% of our consultants at our spring training event, and I believe we can do that again this year. And when I send out the information on that, you guys are going to love it. The contest is simple, and I want to buy some plane tickets and some hotel rooms for people. So I want you guys to get on board with that. And then you'll see now we're doing our top group sales and our top 5 PV. So both of them will be listed in there, so everybody will kind of see where you're at. And on the group sales, we won't include you unless your group is over 1,000 PV for the month. So again, really excited about last month. It was a good month, and this month's already started off really, really well. You guys are killing it. I love it. I hope these updates are going to be exciting for you. Tracy's popped over to the Saponify Naturals consultant page, and she's ready to start answering questions. And we're going to wrap this up. And I will see everybody back here again next Sunday at 8 p.m. And we have some more awesome, interesting things to go over. And we'll just touch base again on our Black Friday sale. Hopefully you'll be promoting that and getting that ready for your customers now. Don't wait to the last minute, because you want to make sure that this is something that's in their mind. You might want to send them an email every few days just reminding them, hey, that's coming up here real soon. Because guess what? It is coming up here really, really soon. I really enjoyed tonight. I appreciate everybody coming. I appreciate everybody taking the time out of their evening to spend with us. And we will talk to you all very, very soon. Thank you very much, and have a great evening.